The insanely sexy Joe Manganiello and Sofia Vergara have dominated our televisions for the past 2 decades.
But who knew that a hunky werewolf would be such a good match for a TV trophy wife? We'll walk you through their dating history.
Plus some fertility drama along the way. This is Hooked Up to Hitched.
The couple met in 2014 at the White House Correspondents' Dinner back when Vergara was still dating her ex-fiancé, Nick Loeb.
Even though she was taken, Joe couldn't seem to keep his eyes off of her. In fact, that's pretty well documented. At least the guy in the middle of the photo knows the drill. When someone super hot walks by, you look 1,000 feet in the distance, and when they move on, you stare right at their ass.
Maybe Joe just hates to see her go, but loves to watch her leave.
Isn't that a Drake song?
Yeah, I don't think we paid for that.
When Vergara and her fiancé split later that year, Manganiello jumped at the opportunity.
He got Vergara's number from her Modern Family co-star Jessie Tyler Ferguson, and she said yes to a date with the True Blood star.
Prior to even meeting the Colombian actress, Manganiello was on record professing his, well, maybe not love, but he was definitely into her. He told People magazine, quote, "Sofia Vergara, that's it. She's got that Latin thing going. She's got the butt, she's got the curves, she's got a beautiful face, beautiful hair, just gorgeous. And she's feisty." Thank God we're stopping it there because they ask him what his favorite part of a woman is, and he says, "I'm big into smell."
I think we get what you mean, Joe.
You got a scent?
Regardless, there was definitely a mutual attraction brewing between him and Sofia. So much so that Manganiello started hopping on planes to see her.
Vergara was filming a movie in New Orleans when they began their courtship, and Joe flew down for their second date.
It's a little thirsty, but I think I'm actually kind of into it.
Yeah, same. Even thirstier, he brought her a copy of People magazine with who else but Joe Manganiello on the cover, listed as one of the hottest bachelors in America.
And I put down the magazine and I said, numero uno.
You have to respect that confidence though. And that jawline, and those abs, and he's 6'5".
Okay, yeah, no, we get it, Eileen. Yeah, we get it. Yeah, he's a babe.
He's hot.
Looks like Sofia was just as smitten.
At the beginning, I didn't want to go out with him.
Why not?
Because I had just finished a relationship and I wanted to, he seemed like a lot of work because so handsome and younger than me.
By the summer of 2014, fans started to realize something serious was going on. Suspicions were confirmed in November when the couple decided to move in together.
And as if moving in after half a year of dating wasn't fast enough, 1 month later, Manganiello proposed to Vergara, obviously in Spanish.
They meet in June and are engaged by Christmas. Hot people wrap it up quickly. My guess is that Sofia wanted to lock that down before Magic Mike XXL came out the following summer.
In November 2015, Vergara and Manganiello had a fairy tale wedding at the Breakers Resort in Palm Beach, Florida. About 400 guests were in attendance. Vergara wore a Zuhair Murad dress, and the couple's first song was the Frank Sinatra classic, The Way You Look Tonight.
Oh, also, fun fact, Pitbull showed up because it's technically illegal to have a wedding in Florida without Pitbull there.
You gotta have Mr. 305 in the 305. The couple was quick to showcase their love and PDA on social media, posting updates from their honeymoon in Turks and Caicos for friends and fans. As we saw with his proposal, Manganiello also loves to embrace his wife's culture and likes to speak in Spanish. Last year, they both posted happy anniversary, mi amor, to their Instagrams to celebrate 4 years together as a married couple.
Well, I'm sure Sofia appreciates the effort. She told Kimmel that she doesn't mind the language barrier.
Does he speak Spanish?
No, he doesn't.
He does not.
Thank God.
Why do you say thank God?
Sometimes it's good to have secrets.
As long as Joe just knows how to say, tienes toda la razón, mi amor, then, they should be fine. And if you don't know what that means, Google it.
Yeah, I have no idea what you said, but it sounded beautiful. Okay, Eileen, let's break down why Joe and Sofia work so well. What do you think?
I think one of the reasons that they work really well is that both of them really went into the relationship just knowing what they wanted. A lot of people could say that they moved pretty quickly, but Sofia was in her 40s. I believe Joe was in his late 30s when they first started dating. And I love how he dated her with intention. Speaking from a single girl, like a lot of times you can be like, oh, I don't know where his head's at. Where does he want this to go? Joe was like, you're what I want, and I'm gonna show you how much. I'm gonna fly out to your movie set.
He flew to another city for the second date. It's a little intense.
I would appreciate it because he went in there with confidence. He's like, listen, I like you. And he actually said in an interview once that he had a very small window. He knew that Sofia was a hot commodity, and he's like, if I don't swoop in there now, someone else is going to take over. So I appreciate the fact that he knew what he wanted. And you know, she was actually kind of reserved at first though, because she had been through some relationship drama, and she also thought that he was like too hot, which like, Sofia, do you own a mirror? You're hot too.
And she was coming off of a not great relationship. We have to talk about her ex-fiance, Nick Loeb. There was this whole fertility drama where they had embryos frozen in California with both of their DNA, but then when they broke up, she was ready to move on, and he has been fighting it for years to hold on to these embryos, to have his own kids with her, even though they've separated and she's completely moved on. It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, this whole case is pretty bizarre, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you know, he's saying that he's just such an advocate for pro-life, and that's his reason for wanting to move forward with these embryos and putting them into a surrogate. And he's even named the children Emma and Isabella, and he's set up a trust fund for them. But it's like most people, it isn't ideal for them to co-parent, right? They're kind of put in that situation after the fact. After they have a kid with someone, they're, okay, well, we've got to figure out now custody. And well, he's saying he'd assume full responsibility, but I can't imagine that Sofia, if she were to have these children, that she would say, okay, well, Nick, that's fine. You go ahead and take care of them. Like at the end of the day, they've got, you know, her genes as well. They're her children. I can only imagine that that puts a lot of strain on Sofia and Joe's relationship. He's got to be her rock throughout all of this.
Yeah, you can't be, 25 years old and going through this kind of drama and have your relationship survive. They're mature, they know who they are, and you can only imagine that they're weathering this drama, together and supporting each other through it. And it's probably also giving them some pause about starting their own family and giving them some perspective in that regard. I think it's probably in the long run a good thing, even though obviously it's bonkers.
Yeah, and I mean, Sofia is a mother already, right? She had her son Manolo, who's now 27. She had her when she was really young in her first marriage, and so she knows what it takes to be a parent and what a big responsibility that is. So I'm sure she doesn't take that decision lightly.
They would make some very good-looking children, that's for sure.
That is the caveat here. It's like, oh, are we really not going to see these two breed? Because that would be, I think maybe the world just isn't ready for that much beauty. I don't know.
I love the word breed, and like they're like horses or something.
I know. Is that terrible?
It's amazing.
We should keep that in there.
But for you guys watching at home, what couple do you want to see go from hooked up to hitched next? Let us know.